in class, I've really been working a lot recently on kind of experiencing the full range of movement rather than just moving from one static pose to one static pose, really exploring the idea of feeling the air, feeling the space as if there is a different texture to it. So if you'd like to keep that idea throughout class, I think it's just kind of a new way to experience the movement. But we'll start today in a child's pose. So as you would, bringing your toes together to touch, knees are as wide as your mat. Maybe finding a little bit of movement to kind of settle you down into the pose, reaching your arms out long. Forehead is resting gently on the earth. And just noticing how your breath feels at the beginning of this class. No pressure yet to make it into anything other than it is. Feeling the air enter your lungs through your nose. And maybe you sigh it out through an open mouth. Again, breathing in through your nose. And as you sigh out through an open mouth, feel the front of your hips melt. Bringing your mind's eye to the crease in the front of your hips. Maybe sending some of your breaths to that space. Imagining the softness in the front of your hips, like a stick of butter that you've left out on the counter. Softening its texture, but holding its shape. Now bringing your mind's eye to your lower back where it meets your hips. Sending a few breaths into this space. Softening through the glutes. Softening through the tops of your quads, the tops of your thighs. Allowing the weight of your pelvis and your rib cage to softly guide your calf muscles a little bit wider. All the while continuing to breathe. And if you'd like to move into an Ujjayi breath, seal your lips as you breathe in through your nose. Keeping the lips together as you exhale through your nose. Feeling a tightening at the back of your throat that might mimic the sound of ocean waves. As if your breath could fog up a mirror in front of you. Inhale as you walk your fingertips over to the right side of your mat, maybe laying your left hand on top of right, sinking your left hip back. Breathing into your side body. Sending the oxygen between the ribs. Underneath your armpit. Continuing to soften the back of your neck. And inhaling, come through center and then walk the hands over to the left side of your mat, laying your right hand on top of left, sinking right hip back. Breathing into side body. Opening up the space between your ribs and softening the back of the neck. Inhale, coming back through center, shifting up into a tabletop position. Wrists are directly underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. On an inhale, right hand reaches high as we set up to thread the needle. Exhale, guiding the right hand through the space between your left hand and knee. Maybe walking around your left fingertips. Continuing to sink your hips back towards the back edge of your mat. Breathing into the space between your shoulder blades and your mid-back. Maybe if you're already feeling pretty warmed up, you can take a half bind by placing the back of your left hand on your lower back. Honoring both the inhale and the exhale. Inhaling to find space. Exhaling to find softness. Return your left hand underneath your shoulder and on an inhale, reach up high to the ceiling. Exhale, return your right hand to the mat. Left side on the inhale, reaching high up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle. Walking the right fingertips out in front of you or taking a half bind. Continuing to direct your hips towards the back edge of your mat. Returning your right hand underneath your shoulder. Inhale as the left fingertips come up to the ceiling. Exhale, placing it down, moving into some cat and cow. On the inhale, dropping the belly, head and tailbone curve up towards each other. Exhale as you press the air out, press the floor away with hands and knees coming up into a high. Inhale to cow. Really reaching out through your entire length of spine. Exhale to cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Moving through this a few more times. Maybe exploring some other options. Moving the side to side. Maybe taking some full circles. One way and then the other. Beautiful. And coming back into a neutral tabletop position. Press your hands back, coming to sit on your shins in a hero's pose. Inhale as you reach your arms high above you. As you exhale, twisting over to the left, right hand comes to the outside of left knee. Perhaps your gaze reaches over the left shoulder. Take an inhale to grow a bit taller. Exhale to twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, reaching up to center. And as you exhale, twisting over to the right, left hand finds the outside of your right knee. Breathing in to grow taller. Exhale to twist deeper. Inhale, your hands high above you. As you exhale, releasing your left hand down to the ground and stretching the right fingertips over to the left. Breathing into the lower left side body. Breathing in. Exhale. This time as you breathe in, bending at the elbow, looking over the right shoulder. Exhale, releasing the fingertips long. Try that again. Inhale, bending like a half cactus. Exhale, extending your fingertips out. Inhale as you come up to center. Exhale, release your right fingertips down and stretching over to the right. Really prioritizing a full inhale and a full exhale as you move through these poses. Take an exhale, and on your next inhale, bending at the elbow, peeling back. Exhale, re-engaging the long line. Inhale, bending into that half cactus. Exhale, long line. Inhale, coming up through center. Exhale, allow your hands to come into a tabletop position. Tucking your toes, setting up for a downward facing dog. Breathing in, and as you exhale, hips reach high up to the ceiling. Take whatever you need here for your ritual as you find your downward dog. Maybe pedaling out your heels. I like to twist by coming up high onto my toes and twisting one way and the other, kind of like rinsing out a towel. Like pressing into your hands to send your hips high, lower abdomen is engaged, belly button coming towards your spine. And as you find stillness, come into your breath. Take an inhale through your nose. With an open mouth, sigh it all out. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling either through your mouth or through your nose. Beautiful. Switch bend into your knees, looking at your hands. As you exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Feet are wide, coming into a ragdoll position. Finding your opposite elbows. If you'd like to find a little bit of a sway side to side. It's kind of like an elephant shaking out its long trunk. Bring your mind's eye, excuse me, to your neck. Make sure that we're not holding on to our head. Just let the head drape towards the earth. Know that you can make noise, sigh it out, whatever you need to really relax into these poses. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, release your hands to the mat. Inhale as you come to a halfway lift, really feeling the length of your spine. Knees can stay as bent as they need. And as you exhale, fold forward. Take one more inhale to a halfway lift. Fingertips can crawl up the front of the shins. Exhale as you fold. This time on your inhale, bend at your knees and slowly curl yourself all the way up to Tadasana, reaching your hands high above. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Taking either a soft focus from the back of your eyes, your drishti, or if you would like to close your eyes here, setting our sankalpa, our intention for practice today. Feeling feet on the earth supporting you, drawing energy up through the earth into your body. You can either set your own intention if you have something specific in mind, but if not, I invite you to explore that idea of really finding all points throughout your flow, moving from one pose to the next. Continuation of energy, exploring new spaces within each transition. If your eyes are closed, blink them open, release your hands down to your sides. Inhale to Tadasana, reaching high. Exhale, parting down through center to a forward fold. I'm going to hang out here a little bit. I love to stay in a forward fold. Really allow your head to reach down to the earth. Hips reach a little bit higher to the ceiling. Don't be afraid to take micro movements to explore, finding new space. Now on your next inhale, come to a halfway lift. And as you exhale, place your hands down and step out to your high plank. You're always welcome to release your knees down towards the ground or stay up in high plank. Shifting forward on your exhale, bending elbows back all the way down to your belly. Cobra is next. Inhale as you press through your hands to lift your chin and chest off the mat. Elbows are hugging towards each other as if there's a band squeezing them together. Tops of feet are pressing down into the mat. Exhale, release down to the mat. We'll do that again on your inhale, baby cobra. Maybe you want to try to test a little bit of strength here by lifting your hands off the mat, hovering them above. Exhale, release everything down. Take an inhale. And on your exhale, find your way back into your downward facing dog. 3 rounds of full breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, continuing to press palms down into the mat. Hips reach high. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bending at your knees, looking at your hands. Step forward on your exhale. Inhale as you come to a halfway lift, really reaching out through a long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, feel the air as you come all the way up to Tadasana. Exhale, carving down through the center, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, placing hands down, stepping out to your high plank. Shifting forward on your exhale, coming down halfway, flipping to the tops of your feet. Inhale to an upward facing dog. And as you exhale, coming onto toes, pressing to downward facing dog. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale, maybe shaking your head, yes and no. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, bending into your knees. Stepping forward to meet your hands. Inhale brings you into a halfway lift. Exhale folds you forward. Inhale, feeling the air as you come high to Tadasana. Exhale, carving down through center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, placing hands down. High plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Walking your hands back towards your feet, coming to the back of your mat. Placing your right hand down in the center between your feet, bending through your right knee. Inhale as your left fingertips come up towards the ceiling. Just twist here. And exhale, release that down. Other side, place the left hand down, bending through the left knee. Inhale as the right fingertips reach up to the center. Exhale, release that down. One more time on each side. Placing the right hand down. Inhale as the left hand reaches high. Exhale, release that down. Left hand down. Inhale as the right fingertips reach. Exhale, release that down. Walking hands all the way out into a high plank position. And then transferring your weight through to an upward facing dog. Exhale as you send your hips back into a child's pose. Taking a few rounds of breath here. If you would like a different variation of this, try bending at your elbows, allowing your hands to find the tops of your shoulders. Might give you a little bit more stretch through the under part of your shoulders. Releasing hands back down to earth. Coming up through tabletop with an inhale. Exhale, sending your hips back to downward facing dog. Inhale as the right foot reaches high and allow the hip to open so the sole of the right foot searches for the left shoulder blade. If you'd like to take some circles with your knee, one way and then the other, or maybe you just want to roll out your ankle. Beautiful. Realign the hip with the toes facing down, heels pressing to the back wall. As you exhale, bringing the foot through the center, releasing your left knee down to the mat, untucking your toes. In this runner's lunge, first starting off, just feeling a stretch through the front of the left thigh. Heart is starting to reach forward. Perhaps you allow your gaze to come a little bit higher. And as you exhale, moving into our half split, send your hips towards the back of your mat. Right toes curl up, head can release towards your knee. Inhale back to your runner's lunge, and we'll start to move through those two poses. As you exhale, find your way back into your half split. Inhale to your lunge. One more time, exhaling to your half split. Inhale to your lunge, and then start to toe heel your right foot out to the outer edge of the mat, placing your right hand down on the inside of the foot. If you would like to come onto the pinky edge side of your right foot, that might offer a deeper stretch through your right glutes. If you would like to go even deeper, try coming down onto forearms. If you do come down onto forearms, I would suggest try not to collapse through your heart, but offer yourself a little bit of support by pressing the elbows into the floor. Wherever you are, start to return the right foot down towards the earth. Return the right foot to the center. Tuck the toes on the left foot. Beautiful. And on your next exhale, moving back into downward facing dog. Breathing in. Breathing out. As you inhale, left leg rises. Opening up through your hip, left sole foot searching for the right shoulder blade. Taking circles with the knee or rolling out the ankle. Realigning the hip with the toes facing down, heel presses back. Inhale. On your exhale, bringing the left foot through. Release your knee down, untuck your toes. Coming into familiarity with the stretch through your right hip. Heart is still reaching forward. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, moving through your half splits, left toes curl up towards your face, releasing through a long neck. Really allowing your head's weight to surrender to gravity. On your inhale, coming back through your runner's lunge, starting to move through these two poses. Exhale, pressing hips back, half split. Inhale to your runner's lunge. Exhale, half split. Inhale to your runner's lunge and starting to toe heel your foot out to the left edge of your mat. Maybe coming on to the pinky side edge of your foot. And if you would like to go even deeper, coming down onto forearms. And it very well might feel very different on this side. I'm a little more limited on my range of motion through this hip. So I'm going to stay high on my arms this time. Totally normal to have a little bit of, not be so even through each side. Remembering that as we breathe in, we search for more space. And as we exhale, we surrender to the softness that our body is searching for. Wherever you are, start to return the sole of the foot to the ground, bringing the foot back towards the center of your mat. Tucking your toes, lifting high, taking an inhale. As you exhale, coming back to your downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale as your right leg rises, toes continue to reach down towards the ground. Exhale, stepping through. On your inhale, warrior two, as you spin your back foot down, arms cartwheel up, reaching forward and back. Maybe you want to kind of ease into it with your hip. Feel free to take some motion here. And when you're ready to find stillness, reminding your right knee to kind of open out towards your pinky toe, and then pressing through the left pinky toe side of the foot as well. Breathing in, and as you exhale, coming to an extended side angle, right elbow comes to right knee, reaching out through the left fingertips. Vision can look up towards the ceiling, or if it's easier on your neck, down at your right foot. Remembering to engage your lower abdomen. On your next inhale, finding your reverse warrior. Left hand comes to left leg. Right fingertips can come up towards the ceiling or towards the back of the room. Take an inhale as you straighten through your right knee to find your reverse triangle. Really breathing into the space of your hip and right side body. And as you exhale, coming all the way down through your chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Very nice. Take an inhale as the left leg rises. Exhale, stepping the foot between. Spinning the back foot down. On your inhale, finding your warrior two on the left side. Taking whatever motion you need to open up through your hip. And finding long arms reaching forward and back. On your next exhale, left elbow comes to left knee as you find your extended side angle. Spiraling your upper torso a little bit more open. Right shoulder kind of spins back towards the side of your mat. Really spreading in your heart space. On your next inhale, coming to your reverse warrior. And in reverse warrior, trying to make sure that the left knee doesn't kind of spill in, but it's still left side of the knee is kind of searching for that pinky toe. And your next inhale, coming up to that reverse triangle, extending through your left knee. And as you exhale, hands cartwheel down, moving through chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. We'll move through that again, still pretty slow, but bring in that idea of finding the space in the transition. Sometimes it helps to imagine the air has a different quality. It's thicker than usual. Inhale as your right leg rises. Exhale, step it through. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, sweeping the air. Inhale, reverse warrior. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, press all that air away as you move through your flow. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. My cat is here to visit you guys. Inhale as the left leg rises. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, gather the air with you, reverse warrior. Stay here for the exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, press all that air away. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Sigh it out. Take another breath in. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet, allowing yourself to come into a deep forward fold. Maybe noting how this forward fold feels compared to the first forward fold of class. Not judging, just noticing. If you'd like to take a fun bind, kind of open up through the shoulders more, bring your hands to your lower back, interlacing your fingertips. Let me see if you guys can see me. Here we go. And then direct your knuckles towards the ceiling as you continue to drop your head towards the earth. When you're ready, you can release that bind. Still staying here for a little bit longer. Maybe walking the hands over to the right ankle, giving yourself a twist. Exhale as you come through center. Inhale as you twist over to the left. Exhale through center. Allow your feet to toe heel out to the outer edges, and then dropping through your hips, finding a deep yogi squat. Whatever feels good in the squat for you. Maybe yours has to be a little bit higher. Maybe you're feeling very open in your hips today, and you can come deep into them. Return your hands to the earth, drop your head down, hips reach high above. Toe your feet back together. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, walking out to your high plank. Holding for just a moment. And then exhale, bring yourself all the way down onto your belly. Beautiful. Arms come out to a high T. We'll set up for a spatula pose. Bending through your right knee. Breathing in. Exhale. Pressing to twist. So the right foot comes towards your left hand. If you would like a little more support, bring the right hand in underneath your shoulder. Breathing into your left front shoulder, into your chest. And as you exhale, coming back onto your belly, setting up for the other side. Bending through your left knee. Inhale. As you exhale, left foot searches for the floor on the opposite side, maybe bringing your left hand in. Sending deep breaths into that heart space. One more breath in. And as you exhale, finding yourself on your belly. Coming into a little bit of back bending here, placing your hands underneath your chest for a baby cobra. Inhale as you peel your chest off the mat. Exhale, release yourself down. Inhale, peel your chest up, maybe hovering your hands. Exhale, release yourself down. This time, coming into a lotus position, locust rather, extending your arms behind you, pressing the palms into the mat, zipping your feet together. On your inhale, peeling the chest off the ground, and then maybe the lower body as well. Fingertips and toes reaching towards the back of your mat. Exhale, release that down. Returning your hands underneath your shoulders, taking an inhale. And as you exhale, press yourself back into a child's pose. Start to walk your hands up, pushing yourself back onto your shins, and then just allow your feet to kind of swing out from underneath you, coming into a cross-legged seat. Wonderful. Take an inhale as you reach high above. As you exhale, coming into a forward fold, either coming onto forearms or all the way out, reaching out like you would in a child's pose. Hips are reaching behind you. Sending breath into your heart space. Really allowing yourself to kind of marinate your heart center in that fresh oxygen. And as you exhale, releasing any of the staleness that might be residing in your chest. On your inhale, walk your fingertips over to the right as we did in our child's pose earlier. Inhaling through the center, walking hands over to the left. Inhaling hands back to center, pulling the elbows in so we're coming onto your forearms here. Your arms are going to look like the number 11 in front of you. Inhale as you peel the right fingertips high, coming onto the left arm. Exhale, releasing that down to your floor. Other side, inhale as you twist, opening up through the left fingertips. Exhale, releasing that down, pressing yourself up to your cross-legged seat, extending out through your right leg. Oh, I almost kicked my water over. Left sole of the foot comes to your inner thigh. Breathing in as you reach high. And as you exhale, right fingertips search for right toes, continuing to reach up through your left hand. Feeling how that opens up through your front body. As you're expanding through your heart space, breathing into it, see if you can soften the muscles directly on the back side of the body. Take an inhale as you reach your arms up to the center, and as you exhale, fold forward over your right leg. Twisting through the torso this time, bringing heart towards the knee. Right toes continue to curl up towards your head. And as you inhale, start to press yourself up high. Bringing your right foot in, opposite side, left leg is extended. Inhale, reaching up through center. Exhale, left fingertips, search for left toes, continuing to reach up through the right fingertips. Maybe this time, instead of bringing your mind's eye to the front of your heart space, if you usually do, imagine what the back side is like. How can you direct your energy towards your backside body, heart? Inhale, bringing your arms up through the center, and as you exhale, twisting to fold over the left leg. Left toes curling up towards your head. And on your next inhale, pressing yourself up, extending your legs in front of you long for Dandasana. Take an inhale as your fingertips search up towards the ceiling above. As you exhale, soft front of your hips as you fold, reaching energy out. Then releasing the forehead towards the knees. Knees can be bent as much as needed. Be here for a few more breaths. Inhale as you start to walk your hands up, coming to a tall spine, starting to release yourself down onto your mat, leaving the soles of your feet on the mat. as your back finds the earth. Just let your hips kind of settle in, back down into the feeling of the earth. And then when you're ready, taking the right leg, placing your ankle on your left knee, you're setting up for this reclined pigeon pose. If this is enough for you, stay here, but if you would like to go a little bit deeper, you can bring your left leg in towards your body, placing your hands in a bind over your shin or around the back of your thigh. And I encourage you to kind of move side to side until you find that sweet spot in your outer right rotator. So that's in your glutes. So when you find that spot that feels like it needs some love, stop right there and start to send your breath to that space. Inhaling to find new space. Exhaling to soften into that new space. Notice if you're clenching through your jaw at all, if your arm. Just remind yourself that you can release within that area as well. You can untuck your tongue from the roof of your mouth. You can be soft in the front of your throat. Releasing your left leg. Release your right foot down. Give yourself a little window washer action, moving the hips and the knees side to side, and then setting up for the opposite side. Bringing your left ankle onto your right knee. If you will be staying here in this pose, just give some energy through the heel on your left foot to protect your knee. Otherwise, bringing your right leg in, hugging around the shin, hugging around the thigh, and then rocking side to side until you find that sweet spot and committing to settling into that space. Releasing the right foot down towards the earth. Release your left foot to the earth. Give yourself a little window washer motion up the legs. And then coming into a Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet come together as your knees butterfly out. You can rest your hands both on your belly, or maybe one on your belly and one on your heart. As you breathe in, imagine the air coming in through your nostrils, down your throat, through your heart, making its way down all the way towards your pelvis through a series of breaths. Just like water would trickle through pebbles until it reaches the basin of your pelvis. Allow that breath to live inside your pelvis, exploring all of the nooks and crannies, all of the curves of your structure. And when you're exhaling, imagining that air coming out like warm vapor, having collected the heat within your body. Releasing it back into your atmosphere, into the room that you're in. Creating a relationship between the outer air and the inner air. And a few more breaths here. Noticing how your mat feels on your body. And if you would like to assist your knees back up, placing your hands underneath your thighs, pressing your knees back towards each other. Your knees will stay in towards each other as your feet toe heel towards the outer edge, giving this kind of triangular shape just to kind of reset the pelvis that we opened up. And then inhale as you bring your knees both into your chest, hugging them close to you, maybe rocking side to side a little bit here. Then releasing your arms to a high T or to a cactus position. And as you exhale, releasing your knees over to the right for supine twist. Head can continue to look up to the ceiling or look over to your left arm if that feels okay in your neck. Inhaling your knees back through center. Exhaling over to the left. Looking up to the ceiling or over to the right elbow. Inhaling back through center. Grabbing onto the soles of the feet, coming into a happy baby. Taking whatever it is you need to feel comfortable before we come into our final resting pose. Maybe straightening out, giving yourself just one last juicy hamstring stretch. And then when you're ready, releasing your legs long, taking up as much space as you would like. Coming into your final resting pose of Shavasana. I'll be leading you through mini yoga nidra here. Allow yourself to feel the weight of your body, surrendering to gravity. Feeling the texture of your clothing as it caresses your skin. Notice your senses. Feeling the breath inside your body. Hearing the space around you. Noticing the taste inside your mouth. Your inner vision. Feel the weight of the back of your skull on the earth. Bringing your mind's eye to the center of your forehead, down the bridge of your nose, to your right eye as it falls into its socket, to your left eye and socket, your right cheek, left cheek, upper lip and lower lip, chin, your entire face, your right ear, inside the center of your mind, your left ear, down the front of your throat to your collarbones, your right shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, back of hand, palm of hand, thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, your entire right arm, left shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, back of hand, palm of hand, thumb, forefinger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky finger, your entire right arm, down the front of your chest, rib cage, belly, upper back, mid back, low back, your right hip, upper leg, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, top of foot, sole of foot, big toe, first toe, second toe, third toe, pinky toe, your entire right leg, left hip, upper leg, knee, lower leg, ankle, heel, top of foot, sole of foot, big toe, first toe, second toe, third toe, pinky toe, your entire left leg, your entire lower body, mid body, upper body, head, your entire body, your entire body, your entire body. You're more than welcome to continue resting in this position. Otherwise, if you're ready, start to bring your awareness to your toes and tips of fingers, resisting any urgency to move before you're ready. Allowing that to travel up into your hands and feet, through your arms, and eventually, if you would like, taking a full body stretch, reaching your arms above your head, as if you're getting up in the morning. And then coming on to your right side, resting your head on your upper arm. With eyes remaining closed, starting to press yourself up to a seated position, bringing hands together at heart center in a prayer position. As a community, taking a breath in, allowing yourself to sigh it all out. One more for good measure, breathing in through your nose, releasing it all through an open mouth. Bringing your thumbs up to the third eye center between your eyebrows. The light in me honors and appreciates your presence and encourages the light in each and every one of you. Bowing forward slightly. May you have peace in the rest of your day. Namaste.